Have you ever wanted to design an original character, or maybe you wanted to draw in general, so you take out your pencil to draw and then you just don't know what to draw? Well, today I have a very simple and easy solution that may be in your house right now. A pack of stickers. You see, I had this problem recently where I wasn't quite sure what to draw, so I figured why not take these dragonfly stickers that were lying around and try to design an original character? I mean, they're not going to be of much use just lying around, right? So, first I sketched out the sticker to try to figure out how exactly I was going to transfer the elements of the sticker to an original character. I figured the best way to do this would be with a fairy character, since the wings of the dragonfly would be very cool to have on a fairy character, at least in my opinion. And I decided to use all the stripes that were up and down the dragonfly sticker's body and just place it on a turtleneck. Since the dragonfly stickers went all the way up to the head, I figured a turtleneck would be the quickest and easiest way to show that it went all the way up to the head. And I also made sure to give her really pointy ears to indicate that she was a fairy if the wings did not do that already. I also really liked the hair that I gave her in this one, so I also decided to do a more full body pose just to make sure I really liked the way I was working the design. But I kind of didn't know what pose I was exactly doing, because I kind of had her expression be a little, blank, I guess. So I was trying to figure out what pose I was exactly going to draw her in, and also give her the wings, because I kind of forgot to do that the first time. But one thing that I realized was that it also kind of looked like a shy expression, so I wanted to keep her as a kind of shy character, but wasn't quite sure how exactly to do that with the pose that I was doing. So I just kind of gave her a more generic walking pose. I was trying to keep the shy element, but it wasn't quite working. So I just kept her hands to her side. But I don't know, I don't really like this pose. It might just be that it's tilted on the paper, but I don't really like it. It feels really stiff and unnatural. So I really liked the eyes here, though. They were really nice, but the pose is just not the best. I feel like I could have done better with it. But it's just a character concept design. It's not the final thing. So trying to work on this face, the mouth really wasn't working with me, so I kept having to go over that over and over again for it to work. I really like this hair, though, and you can probably tell I kept it the first time, unlike all the other facial features. So here we're quickly speeding through the rest of the pose, just trying to get through those issues with the hands and arms and things. So I just wanted to make sure that I really liked this design, since I kind of just gave her pants and shoes and left it. So I moved on to some other designs, because I realized I also gave her some very wintry clothes. And I don't know, I kind of associate dragonflies with more warmer temperatures and seasons like summer and spring. So I had some more spring designs thrown in there and some different outfits and hairstyles. And also was doing more color selections, since these dragonfly stickers had a wide variety of color choices, though mainly it was just a mix and match of purple, pink, and blue in more pastel colors. And I kind of decided to give this character some very dark blues and greens, but I ultimately really liked the way I was going with this dragonfly fairy character. I really liked that I made her slightly more autumn or wintry, even though it was a dragonfly, but I decided I didn't want to go full wintry since it's still technically a dragonfly character, so I decided to swap out her pants for a skirt to at least make it seem like she was in more warmer temperatures, even with the turtleneck. I don't know, maybe she just really likes that turtleneck. Who knows? I also made sure to add the wings on this illustration, because for some reason I keep forgetting to add the wings to this fairy character, even though the whole point of it was for it to be a fairy character, aka having wings on it. So hopefully this doesn't become a trend or anything. And just quickly coloring in this last final drawing on the sketchbook before going to the final illustration, because it would be one thing if I kept this concept design on the paper and called it a day, but no, I'm going to do a final illustration of this OC. And I decided I would transfer to digital art, because I haven't done quite a bit of digital art in a while. And here you can see I'm kind of struggling with the pose again, because I wanted this original character to be more of a shy character to kind of match some of the concept drawings I did of her, but I also wanted her to seem like a kind of happy character as well, like she's generally more positive, but shy at the same time. So I decided I wanted to have her looking at a bouquet of flowers and being all happy and have it all be springtime and just be really happy and light, you know? So I had her looking at this bouquet of flowers and quickly started sketching in the liner because I really liked how this sketch was going despite the original, I guess, uncertainty with the pose. So I went in with the liner, and I didn't have as much line variation as I usually do, because sometimes I would do thicker line art on the outside, thinner line art on the inside, but I just really wanted to get to coloring because I wanted to have some fun with the coloring. So just quickly finishing up with the shoes, and I also added some flowers to the shoes because I thought that would be really cute. So just quick flourishing with the bouquet, getting rid of that before going in with the shading. And I don't know what I did differently with the shading, because if you could see with my sketchbook pages, the original turtleneck was very dark, same with the skirt. And I'm glad I made the skirt lighter, because that was more leaning to the pastel colors of the original stickers. But with the hair, it was kind of an issue, because you can't really see the shading all that well. And that's kind of cool for the highlights, I guess, because that was definitely seen as lighter, at least in my opinion. But for the shading, you can't really see it. And for the eyes, you can see it. And for the turtleneck and the skirt, it's visible, but it's definitely not as dark as I would have wanted. So maybe I just had the layers wrong. Like, I set them to something different than what I usually do. So I don't know what the issue was there. Moving on to the skin, I decided to do some different shading than what I normally do there, because I was trying to have there be more hues in the skin, so I added more red and more purples and other things to it. It again has the light problem with the hair that had, but it's not as bad, and I kind of like it more with the skin because I don't want it to be too dark of shading there. So I think I kind of erase it with the ears later because I think it looks like she's blushing a little too much. So I decided to get rid of that. And you can also see the shading with the eyes that I mentioned earlier. And I really liked the way I did the eyes, though. That actually, I feel like, came out really well. So now we are quickly getting rid of all the layers and switching over to the background. And the background, I decided to make it really simple and quick, because I want more of the emphasis to be on the original character that I designed, you know? So I just decided to do a quick 3-layer grass type of thing before moving on to the sky, which I just painted a light blue, and then added some clouds. The original way I was shading the clouds I didn't quite like. I feel like that made it really dark and almost like it was about to rain, and I didn't really want that. Since, you know, I wanted it to be happy in springtime, so I just erased it and blurred it to make it seem more like clouds before quickly adding in the original character. And then I realized I forgot something. I completely forgot the wings for this fairy character. I kept forgetting them the entire time, and the whole point of it was for it to be a fairy character, and then I just completely forgot about her wings. So, I don't know, maybe she can hide them. It definitely isn't a feature that I'm adding in last minute. So, I hoped you'd like watching this character design process, and let me know in the comments down below what I should name this character. I'm leaning towards Amelia, but I'm not sure yet. And if you want to watch more character design videos, I have a full playlist right over here. So I hope you all have a magnificent day, and I will see you all later.